Organizations around the world are increasingly adopting Kubernetes. With this adoption comes the real challenge of migrating numerous monolithic applications to this new microservices architecture. Progress LoadMaster has Ingress capabilities that can support these migrations by allowing monolithic and microservices architectures to coexist, enabling a smooth transition and reducing the risk of disruption. In this demonstration, we'll leverage the LoadMaster service mode Ingress functionality, along with content switching rules, to migrate just a small portion of a web application from Monolithic to Kubernetes. Rather than doing a complete cutover, this approach allows organizations to begin introducing microservices gradually. To begin, the company has been using a LoadMaster to publish this intranet site, providing the necessary availability and optimization. In this example, this monolithic application's virtual service configuration uses a sub-virtual service, which is a prerequisite for introducing Kubernetes to this configuration. The first stage of this migration will be the ideas section of the intranet site. This section will give users a better experience when submitting their thoughts. On the LoadMaster, the integration with Kubernetes has already been established, so we just need to change the operation mode to service mode. Now let's add a new sub-virtual service to this configuration that will be used to publish our new Kubernetes service. For this, we just need to simply provide a name and change the health checking setting from head to get. Going to our Kubernetes cluster, we have a few YAML files. This guestbook.yaml is a new app that we want to deploy to allow our users to submit their ideas. This is just the multi-tier sample app pulled from the kubernetes.io site for the purposes of this demonstration. In this YAML, we have three deployments: Redis Leader, Redis Follower, and the Guestbook front end. In addition, we also have the services for the Redis Leader and Follower. The front end service will be applied separately. Using kubectl, we can apply these deployments and services to Kubernetes. Before we review the lm-guest.yaml, which is the service for the front end, we need to extract the virtual service ID from the new sub-VS we created for ideas. Here we have the VSID 3. Now, looking at the lm-guest.yaml, there are a few required fields to publish this Kubernetes service through the LoadMaster. First is the Kemp LB label set to enabled, and the annotation for the VSID, which in this case is already set to 3. If we just apply this service to Kubernetes using the kubectl and jump back to the LoadMaster, we see it's populated with the pods as part of that front-end deployment. Now, let's look at the content rules that will be used to steer the traffic to Kubernetes for ideas. LoadMaster content rules offer great flexibility by using regular expression to control the flow of traffic and modify that traffic when necessary. In this example, there are three matching rules: one that will look for requests that include /controllers, one that will look for /guestbook, and lastly, one that will look for /ideas. All of these paths are required for our new Kubernetes app to function properly. Now, this header modification rule is required since the sample guestbook application being used for this demonstration is not expecting the path /ideas to be present in the request. So this rule is modifying the request to remove /ideas when sending that request back to Kubernetes. This is just an example of the flexibility LoadMaster provides with the use of content rules in the environment. Now we just need to apply these rules to the virtual service to cut ideas over to the new architecture. First, let's apply the header modification rule within the sub-virtual service for ideas. Next, apply the three content matching rules to the ideas sub-virtual service. This will direct all traffic that matches these rules to ideas. Everything else will be sent to the original monolithic application. So now that it's all in place, let's once again navigate to the intranet site. The original homepage and the product page opens, but now the ideas are directed to the new Kubernetes app. The first idea submitted is that we need to add our navigation to this section of the site, so it's probably best that we roll back this migration. We'll simply go into the virtual service and disable the new ideas sub-virtual service, which will once again direct all traffic back to the original site. And that's how we can leverage the Ingress capabilities of LoadMaster to support a smooth migration from monolithic to microservices with Kubernetes.